Welcome to Painting with Love. I'm Natalie. This is lesson number 2, color theory. So today I'm going to teach you guys all about color. You're going to learn about the color wheel. You're going to learn about the value scale. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about color. So this should be a long one. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is tell you about hues, tints, tones, shades, all that stuff. So get your notebook out and your pen. You're going to have to take some notes, or you can just replay this DVD over and over and over again. No big deal. Okay, so hue. Hue is the first thing you need to know. And hue is basically just another name for color. So color and hue, same thing. It's just another name for color. Tint. Tint is the color, any color, plus white. A tone is any color plus gray. And a shade is any color plus black. Now, we're going to talk about values. Value is a lightness or darkness of a color. And intensity is brightness or dullness of a color. Now those two, a lot of people get confused. I've even got it confused for the longest time. I was like, what? What's the difference between lightness, darkness, and brightness or dullness? I don't get it. Basically, lightness or darkness, the value of a color is like how light, white, or how dark, black, That is the lightness or darkness of a color. The intensity of a color is your brightness or dullness, which means how rich is the color. Is the color really bright? That is really bright. Okay, that's a bright color. Or is it a dull color? Is it muted? Is it more like this? This would be considered a dull color, which is a low intensity. This is high intensity. High intensity, low intensity. Okay, now we're going to talk about primary colors. Primary colors are colors that cannot be mixed with any other color. They are what make up every single color. So, the primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. Those are your primary colors. You can make any color out of these 3 colors. And then you add your black or your white. So there you go, primary colors. These cannot be made from any other color. Pink can't make red. Yellow, none of these colors mixed together can make these. These are the main colors. That's why they're called primary colors. So your secondary colors are 2 primary colors that are mixed together. So for example, orange. Okay? Orange is a secondary color. Red and yellow make orange. Another secondary color would be green. Blue and yellow make green. Another secondary color would be violet. Blue and red make violet. So those are your secondary colors. Your tertiary colors are 1 primary and 1 secondary colors that are mixed together. So that would be, for example, red-orange. Okay? Red-orange would be a tertiary color. Red-violet would be a tertiary color. And let's see here. Blue-green would be a tertiary color. Those are colors that are made up of 1 primary color and 1 secondary color. So let's see here. We'll do blue, if we want blue-violet. I will do blue plus a double violet. You got blue-violet. That's tertiary. Okay. Now we're going to talk about warm colors and cool colors. Warm colors are reds, oranges, and yellows. So reds, oranges, and yellows. Or wait a minute, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, there we go. No, I did right. It's just backwards on the opposite side. So you got reds all the way to your yellows. Reds, oranges, and yellows are warm colors. And then your cool colors are violets, blues, and greens. Those are your warm colors. You'll have so much fun with this. I love the color wheel. Okay, now also mixing complements. Complementary color scheme. Complementary color scheme is a color on the any two colors on the color wheel that are exactly across from each other. So for example, blue and orange. Line it up. You got blue and orange. Blue and orange are complementary. Blue violet and yellow violet are complementary. Violet and yellow, and so on. When you mix two complementary colors together, you will get their neutral tone. And that is how you can make a painting in harmony. So, for example, if you want to do a painting with just violet and yellow, then you can do the whole entire painting in violet and yellow. Just add black and white to darken or lighten the color. And to get your neutral tones, you mix them together. Or you can also use them separately. So you can use violet over here, maybe for me for the water. You can use the yellow for the hair. And then you can add white to it, or black to it, or gray to it if you want to neutralize it. Or you can also mix the complements and get like a skin tone or browns. Basically, you get their earth tones. So when you mix any complementary colors together, you will get their earth tones, no matter what complementary colors they are. So blue, green, and red, orange. You mix them together, and you'll get their neutral brown. And it can be more on a red brown, or it can be more on a blue-green brown. It just depends if you add more blue-green, or less blue-green, or more red-orange, and less red-orange. So there's so many variations. That's why there's like millions of colors, because by mixing them together in different variations, then adding white, then adding black, or adding gray, I mean, endless possibilities. That's why sometimes I just am like, I don't know, what colors do I pick? There's too many. Oh my goodness, I love it. I mean, I can't complain. I absolutely love it. But sometimes I just get so overwhelmed. I just get lost. I just don't know what colors to use. But, you know, you just get re-inspired again. And I just try to do something new. I always tend to stick to the same colors. And you'll find that out about yourself too. That usually when you paint, you will like to paint with certain colors. And I tend to paint with a lot of red violets, lots of blues, blue greens, but pretty much red violets and pinks are my favorite. Those are in a lot of my paintings. Okay, so now that you know how everything about the color wheel, and you know your primary, your secondary, and your tertiary colors, in a little bit I'm going to teach you how to mix them. I'm going to show you how to lay out your palette properly so it's easy for you to mix your colors. Your eye, everything needs to be easy for the eye. Otherwise, if you confuse your eye, then you'll confuse your painting. So it's really important that you set up your paints properly on your palette. And I'll show you how to do that. And then I'm going to have you do some paintings for me. Little ones that are fun. They're not, you know, you're not going to recognize anything. It's just going to be very vague, blocks of color. We're just going to learn about color and learn how to mix them together. But the next thing I want to go over with you is the value scale. And the value scale is very important. Excuse me. Lemonade. Okay, this value scale will enable you to find the matching gray tone to correspond to most colors. Place the gray scale. You can place this over the color and squint through almost closed eyes. When you squint your eyes like that, it's easier to see the color better. I do that a lot. I didn't tell you to get one of these last time, but get one of these magnifying glasses. I got this at the art department downtown, in Oregon, but any kind of magnifying glass or anything like that, this is really good to look at the pictures in close detail. You can see the shapes in between the shapes and the shadows. Look at negative spaces, stuff like that. So you want to get a magnifying glass of some kind. Okay, so squint. So where the color and the gray seem to blend together through the holes, you have found the relative lightness or darkness, okay? And that's called value. In mixing for a color, it is especially useful to know the value of all colors used in the mixture. Where these have been adjusted to the same value, the artist has the greatest control over color mixing problems. Also, the most effective visual color interaction results from bringing together selected colors of exactly the same value. The gray scale is numbered according to the position between the extremes of black down here and white all the way up here in equal visual steps and complies with the Munsell value standards. Value levels. Okay, so there's just every value levels are there, and this will help you make all your colors in harmony. Get one of these, value scale, very helpful. Okay, so like the value of yellow is going to be, let's see here. So you put it up to it. Looks like to me it's going to be in between a 6 and a 5. That's how you find the value. It's not really light, you know, it's not a 9 or a 10. It's not really dark. So I'm going to say like a 6. Probably a 6. There you go. That's how you find the value. All right, so now I'm going to reset up my camera so you can really get a zoom in. We are going to start painting. And this is fun. Here you go. This is actually lesson number 2. The first lesson was going shopping, getting everything. So this is actually lesson number 2, but this is your very first painting. So get your brushes ready. Go get your paper towels, your either an old dirty rag, something to brush to wipe your brushes on. Go get your brushes. Go get your glass of water. Go get your palette and your blank palette, and I will show you how to set it up properly here in a second, okay? Just going to reset up the camera, and while you are doing that, I'll be back.